Hello, everybody. This is Halz, the Black Pants Legion, with your all request drive at 5. We're going to be listing off all of those hits that you wish you heard, but we're not actually going to play. I am joined tonight on Weekends End by the one, the only. This is Crow.
Hello.
And also tonight, we have here with us, since we're having a chill talk night, we have in here the stats mistress herself. This is Lady Red.
They let me out of the admin booth for the night. Hi, chat.
And
Scarlet Menace.
And also here, the master of the paralyzer. This is Parallax.
I'm Squick, and you're hearing this in his voice.
Oh, that's important.
That hurt
Yeah.
my brain. I hate you.
I also like that you're called the master of the paralyzer. It makes me think that you walk down the stairs the wrong way. It's kinda like, it's just how I walk now, man. I'm not a pimp.
So everybody,
I
this
mean,
is
Hal has seen the stairs up to my office. You're not wrong.
Wait, so that's why your dog doesn't want to go down the stairs, dude? Those stairs
I
are
know.
probably super small, short. They're like, oh my goodness.
Those stairs are a quarter twist spiral staircase on
God.
slick wood.
And you and Hal are tall dudes. I have no idea
yeah.
how you got up there, man.
I
Yeah,
have
they're
hit
taller
my
than
head
me,
going
which is
up there a few
wild.
times. I mean, Crow, you would probably hit your head going up those stairs.
Yeah.
so everybody.
I'm 6 foot or 5'11", depending on what pair of shoes I'm wearing.
Depending on which convenience store you're leaving.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's a good one to play.
So tonight, we are doing some Placid Plastic Duck Simulator because, well, for a number of reasons, I'm not up to restarting the. I'm not up to restarting in earnest just yet.
I think a couple of our wrestlers are still recovering from some injuries for,
Yeah.
end of the year. So
Yeah, that's a good way of putting
a bit
it.
of a break for everyone.
Hedgehog,
Yeah.
thank you for subscribing, and earlier Gaza resubbed, so thank you very much. Tonight's going to be kind of a chill talk thing, but we are going to talk about WBPLW as we go. And so, yes, Square points out the Placid Plastic Duck is set for 2 hours and 1 fall. The positive shares are turned on. They're 100 goob. And I guess
The flamingo must die.
the flamingo must die. One thing that's going... Hang on. Okay, wait. Now I'm getting questions. Cookie and Ducks, just hang on a little bit, and I'll give you the green flag in a little while, okay? Let me get it started first. Also, apparently my Discord's way up, so let me fix that. Tonight, you know what? I decided that it's going to be a, we can kind of look back and thought it might be fun to talk about what's been going on from kind of a meta sense and that sort of stuff. But positive shares, first of all, I'm going to go with 2. The first is that I worked another wrestling show tonight as the commissioner. Had a great show. Yelled at people. We did a gimmick where one team's manager had to be handcuffed to the other team's manager so that they couldn't interfere. And that was a lot of fun.
It's like
because
the friendship T-shirt, but
Yes.
worse.
Yes, you're just thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Except whenever I went to go do it, she's like, I don't want to. You can't make me do that. And the guy she was managing is like, you can't do that. We're going to come after you. I said, if you do that, I kick you out of the tag title tournament. And they're like, but you can't do that. I said, my job description says I can. And she's like, I don't want to do that. My lawyer's on the way here right now. I said, your lawyer can't spell right now. Whole big fun thing. Biggest house that's drawn, so that's nice.
Yeah, dude.
And the other positive share is my long national nightmare is finally over. Tomorrow, my dear darling Nandy gets to start her new job. She's going to be working on the 11th floor. and it's going to be a good thing. So
The 11th floor of what, Hal? That could be ominous, or that could be
no,
good.
no, it's a good thing. It's not the.
She's on the 11th floor. We don't talk about the 11th floor.
Okay, it's not like it's not Severance or anything, but it is a. She got a job with a legal firm, and she does not do the legal, but she will be helping with stuff, and so it'll be nice. And she's not in the here. This is a joke, basically, just for Parallax or anybody else familiar with Kentucky. She's not in the tallest building in the world, so.
I say.
There's a stupid running gag in Lexington that the Fifth Third building, the tallest building in Lexington, is in fact the tallest building in the world.
I haven't been back long enough to run into this. So.
Oh, you're not looking in the right places. It's not that.
I also
That's
don't
where
spend
they're
that much
hiding.
time in Lexington.
No, but
That's where they're hiding, huh?
Yeah.
All right, good
Yeah.
to know. Motherfuckers.
So anyway, if you all had some positive shares, I'd love to hear them.
I can go
Red
first
goes
if you
first.
like. Red goes
Red goes
first.
first.
Okay.
Red goes first.
I've had a wonderful week. I'm looking forward to having some time off in the very near future because I have only one page left for the Goob activity book to finish, and then you guys will have it in your hands. And a little birdie told me, and it wasn't Crow, that the book is probably going to end up on the website, so it will be very easy for people to find. And of course,
Excellent.
the Black Knight video came out recently, and that was a great time too. So yeah, I'm feeling very positive right now.
That was
And
awesome.
having seen the early copies of the activity book, I can only say it's slobberific.
It is. It is.
I think we're going to
excellent.
have to get a Slorby's ad read from Fuzzy for WBKLW when we come back properly. I don't think we need a Slorby's ad.
Okay. I'm going to print off pages of it and give it to my kids and see what they do with them.
Did you want to flash the page I sent you up on screen, or do you want to do that later?
my
Or
goodness.
Not at all.
Hang on just
Whatever
a-
suits you.
just a
Please do
moment.
not feel
Ju-
pressured.
Just a moment. Hang on. I got to go get it.
Gotta go get it. What?
Shut up.
You gotta go put it on the overhead projector.
Yes, I do. So, either one of you guys have a positive share that you would like to do? That's
I'm
in the
working
wrong
on a
spot.
painting commission, so
Yeah.
Which is very awesome, and you should tell people about that.
I'm not going to tell them all the details. I will say
God, no.
that I am working on a painting commission that is going to be used for convention events that are officially sanctioned by the first one is going to be for Ironwind in February, and then the second one is Gen Con. So
Excellent.
yeah,
That's great.
I don't know what the convention in February is for Ironwind, but I'm working to have 2 lances done for that.
That's delightful.
Yeah.
All right. Crow, did you have one you wanted to do?
Positive share for me.
Yes, sir.
It's really hard, but there is some positivity from this week. I did get some sleep.
Delightful.
I got a lot of stuff going on with life right now that's difficult, but I got sleep, and I think that's kind of important.
It is.
Yeah.
Look, let me just tell you, dude. I know I messaged this to you, but I enjoyed the hell out of the Black Knight video. I thought it was excellent.
Sick.
I thought it looked wonderful. It flowed so well. I loved it.
I want to go past just that, and I just want to say that I felt like everything in that video was a marked step up from the production quality that we have always had. Like, everyone on this project killed it. Like, I know it took 15 months to knock this one out, but it shows every bit of that 15 months in work.
That's right, train horn. Whatever that was. Oh, it was a boat horn. Yeah, man.
So you guys did a great job, and
Thanks, dude.
you should
And
be
yeah, I
proud of
think,
it.
honestly, honestly, like, my participation on this was like making it look nice. Everyone
Well,
else,
you did a
including
fucking
Gypsy,
fantastic job.
they
You
like
did.
they spent all of the time putting the timeline in and actually like getting all of this art together and everything like that while I was working on a bunch of other stuff outside of this project. And then I get the timeline at the end and I make it like look nice and try to put in what I
Yeah.
remember to put in and
You
stuff
did
like
a
that.
great job. Okay,
Um,
Akora, thank you for
yeah.
subscribing. Prior Wolf, and thank you for gifting subs.
Yeah, it's no longer the point where I'm doing the whole thing by myself anymore, so it's been nice.
Very cool. Very, very cool. So there's some positive subs that did come in. I'm going to run through some of those real quick. And then I got discussion questions.
Nice.
Chill discussion questions. All right. The first one came from Warrior506. Had a good dinner and got a 6-hour TTRPG session in today. Very nice. From Mnemonic.
We had a nightmarish RPG session Friday, didn't we, Hal?
Yeah. We had a body horror RPG session. Later. From Mnemonic Man. Maybe it was dumb, but got a Switch 2 and finally got started on Fallout London. Gonna make this week better than the last in spite of work manglement. That's the right attitude, Mnemonic. From the Right Reverend Jimmy, got to spend 4 days with my girlfriend south of Madison. We went to see Song Sung Blue, had delicious donuts, and some of the best fresh cheese curd I've ever had in Stoughton. Got to pet and play with her 7-month-old menace of a cat, and even got to watch her play Stray and Beacon Pines. Ended the week by going home, getting into Dungeon Crawler Carl, and playing Battletech at my friendly local game store. Well, that's a big stretch, Jimmy. Should be
Tell
proud of
me
That's
that
great.
you live in the Midwest without saying I live in the Midwest.
From Bully Snake, the fever I've had since New Year's Eve broke this morning, and I should be able to go to work
Nice.
tomorrow. Not a great start to the year, but it can only get better. It's a good attitude to have.
I feel that. I got COVID on Christmas Day, so I understand.
In the morning.
Actually, Parallax, I have an answer for how do you tell someone they live in the Midwest without saying it?
Do it.
Just with one word. Pop.
Pop.
I'm at Pop, Ope, or
Yeah, Ope is also another one.
Yeah.
Oofta.
Yep.
Ope was
It's
the
Oofta very much northern Midwest, but that'll also
Sure.
do
Yep.
it.
Ope was kind of the one I was guessing at, but Pop is also accurate. From Lord Grimos, Crimbus was good. I now have an Elegoo Mars 5 3D printer.
And I have seen the fruit of this. Looks good.
Woo!
have
Nice.
begun my lunacy fully with the advice of quacking and many learned peoples. I am presently working on the Regulan Fiefs Battalion, the first walls of yeomanry. That's a sentence. Which, when done, shall be comprised of 1 command lance, 1 battle company, 1 support company, 1 scout company. Dogs and family are good. I am very full of food. I should be seeing my grandparents tomorrow. May this year be better than the last. That correct, Grimos.
Damn
Absolutely.
straight.
From Cookie Mama. My fever is broken. Wookie took Child and I on drive yesterday, and we went to a new to us restaurant. I start back tomorrow, but tomorrow's an in-service day. That's a good way of
No
easing
kids.
back into it.
I mean, arguably, I'd rather deal with students sometimes than administration. And I am administration.
This one came to us from Lady Reed. Okay.
Lady Ree. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
her.
I wouldn't read hers. She doesn't sound very good.
Well, now I'm being spiteful. One more page and good book complete. Squick is here. Also, you guys are the best, and that's pretty cool. Also, how about that Black Knight video? Ayy. From Whirlin. Got to spend the last 2 weeks with Cookie, and it's been wonderful. That is awesome. Very happy for you, Whirlin. I've got to click on a present now. Oh, Sweater Duck.
Mad Ducks has one here for us.
Go
But,
for it.
You've got more to go through first, though.
Yes,
so.
yes. I'm going to run through these. For my Egeth, the long, busy holiday season is finally done at work, and so it is back to normal levels of busy. This is nice since I was the sole manager this weekend. Glad you survived, Geth. From Lord Tro, Boomer Suitor, ladies and gentlemen, I have the key to a new place to start cleaning so I can move in soon. WBPLW, hell yeah. WBPLW 76 belt. WBPLW 76 hype. WBPLW 6 parallax. and concern, I have been working on my pile of plastic shame with Gunpla models slowly and adding pics to it for Numeric Workshop on Thursday night. Parallax, you've been warned.
Oh God, so much gunpla. So
And-
much gunpla.
Hey, and I actually started painting again, so you have mech pictars as well.
I do.
From Hedgehog, took a long
But you're
road
not-
trip
you're
after
not
the holidays.
Giving yourself shit over having done it, so that's also good.
Well, they're not good, but they're done. From Hedgehog, took a trip with the family, hung out with my dad, who I don't get to see often in person, prayed at the Golden Bucky statue, and got beaver nuggets. Oh, good for you.
I am
Nice.
envious of the nugs.
Oh, it'll be worse, Lady Red. I can get to a Bucky's in 10 minutes right now.
How
I
fucking
had
dare you.
no love for Bucky's until
the
meetup
nugs?
at location reducted, and yet nugs happened, and I was like, okay, fine. Bucky's is fine. Now pass me the nugs.
Let me get some of them nuggets.
Give me them nugs.
God, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Give me them girthy nugs.
Hey, wow. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, made it worse. From
we
UNC
go.
Samurai. Somehow the Panthers backed their way into the playoffs. Rock on. From Gaza.
Because they're not the Cleveland Browns.
They love to punt. From Gaza. I turned 34, and my goals are saving up to make the move to the BPL compound in Scotland painless and easy. Oh gosh, what happened?
UNC Samurai saw Girthy Nugs at the Lincoln Theater in 02.
Well, yeah. That's important. This is from Pariah Wolf, and first of all, I got to watch Black Knight video a couple times. Fuba! Should not be mentioned, the opposite of good happened for Ohio State and the Browns. The Cleveland Browns! Except for
Cleveland Browns.
Garrett getting a sack record, that was good. Lord Crow, I know you guys have the Patreon, but there are those of us who either can't use it or don't use it for whatever reason. Have you guys considered opening an account on another crowdfunding site so those of us for which Patreon is not an option could contribute?
No, I don't know. That's actually up to Tex. I think part of the problem is like, I don't think we really know what we can trust out there. This is like the most foundational one, but yeah, dude, if you got an idea, just send it over to Tex because he's the one that runs that stuff. I'm just a cog in the
Spitballing here.
machine.
I don't know how Kofi is, but I know there's Kofi and
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
not
know
even going to say
Kofi's
YouTube
around.
memberships.
Kofi could be very good.
From Mad Ducks, insert positive and inspiring comment here. Thank you, Mad Ducks.
No,
That,
you do it.
Delightful.
do your own damn homework.
So
Yeah, I know. It's like, what the hell, man?
So, here's what I was hoping to do, is because you guys have been familiar with, I mean, you guys have seen as much of WBPLW stuff, and then we're also going to ask chat their opinions. But one of the first things that, and this is just for the fun of the meta conversation. Why? Because I have these conversations about real companies all the time. And I thought it'd be fun to do it with one. There is in honor of the retirement of Hiroshi Tanahashi last night, which was excellent, and Hiroshi Tanahashi vanished into the cloud of mist. Tanahashi was referred to as the ace of New Japan. The ace is kind of this term of the one person you can always go back to rely on and do good stuff in the main event. And if you have to have someone carry the ball, you can always give it to them, and they always deliver. And I wanted to ask you guys, because I'm too deep in the weeds and seeing the way the sausage is made. I wanted to ask you guys, who do you think would qualify as the ace for WBPLW?
So, who is the Orange Cassidy of your org?
Not the orange. For AEW, it's either going to be Hangman Page or Jon Moxley. But who would be the ace, the go-to person that always delivers and you can trust at the top of the card and that sort of stuff?
I feel like I have an idea for this, but I want to hear what Rob
Just
says
before
first.
we jump into the answer for that, I did see in chat there were some questions as to whether you're going to open up the duck room for others to join or not, or whether
Oh.
this is just personal private time.
This is, I did not make this a multi, because this is just kind of
There we go. That answers
So,
that. That answers that
yeah.
for chat. Okay, I'm now very happy to engage with the thing now that we have answered chat.
Okay, Red, is there a way that we can put something up that would let that chat could put their input in, or
If chat gives me some suggestions for who they think, I can make a straw poll or do a poll on here, and we'll see what chat.
There's
thinks.
Beeple, Griglac.
Yeah, if you give me just a second, I will run through chat and grab everything they've said so far.
And
then we'll
Crow.
together.
Those 4 names are on there. So,
Are those names you've come up with or names you've seen from chat? Already?
those are the ones in chat. But I would be curious to hear what you guys that are here on the squad would have to say.
Well, I have an idea, but I want to hear other people before I say it because I don't want to influence their ideas.
Okay.
What's the question? I'm sorry.
Who would you consider to be the ace of WBPLW? The person.
Who's the main character?
It's not even really that. It's not. No, because if they rotate out of the main focus of the slot, they are the person you can always go back to when you need to trust somebody to be able to, to be able to carry or deliver or something like that at the high level.
I'd say it's a toss-up between Griglac or Beeple-chan.
Griglac?
Because they're both they're both really good.
Okay, I'm going to set up a poll, and I'll come back to my answer after you guys.
Someone also put Goat in there. And
yeah, I saw that.
Goat was going to be my answer.
Yeah, Goat's a good one too.
Okay. There's positive share from Digiman. Got to watch Black Knight video on my big home TV, and with the lore drop of ex Mrs. Checker's names, I have of course made her into a magic card, and still the reigning auxiliary champion. That's true, Digi. Good stuff. I'm gonna have to change her name in the sim.
And if you don't know what it is, you have to go watch the video.
Yeah, you gotta go find it in the video. So, Lady Red's getting that set up. Look,
there's enough answers here that I think I'm going to have to do a straw poll instead of doing it over Twitch, because Twitch will not let me have enough options. It will only let me have 5.
Those jerks.
So I'm going to go make a straw
fist.
poll. I'll be right back.
Right.
I mean, I'm still here, but I'm going to put the thing together.
Okay.
Oh, I am reminded. I have another positive share, because it's not like it's a personal thing, but it is a thing going on. Awesome Games Done Quick started today, so speed running and raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation on Twitch and this year on YouTube.
Wonderful.
So that's, if you were interested, twitch.tv/Games Done Quick. I don't think they're just GDQ on Twitch, but I could be wrong. They've already raised $100,000 and they started today.
Wow. That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, back in I think their highest was in 2021. They raised just over $3 million in a week.
Wow. Someone has asked, will there be a dog playing baseball this year?
Okay, no, there's no dog playing baseball this year. However, just before this stream started, I did watch somebody beat Super Mario World in under 12 minutes with one hand.
Wow. Okay. Let's see.
I was a little disappointed when it turned out that was with a one-handed accessibility controller. However,
still,
shit.
Positive share from Kai Harper. You guys are the positive. Some of my favorite folk. Oh, that's so nice.
You should know more people.
I have thrown up a link to a straw poll so people can vote on the most common things that we saw.
Alien duck.
I think there's an alien now.
Yeah.
So, Red, what was your answer?
So I do have an answer, and people are going to assume I'm saying it for one reason. So I'm going to have to justify it.
Okay. I love justifying it.
The mind.
Yeah, so my initial response is going to be Aiden, but it's
Okay.
not because he's my husband.
You're
You're fine, carry on. The reason I say so is because he turns up very often. He's got quite a high appearance, and when you're talking about aces, you're talking about sort of, that reliability, that figure that can come out and people are like, yes, I know who this is, and I know what they do, and I know I can trust them to put on a good show. Aiden's moonsaults are very consistent and regular, and we kind of know, you know what you're going to get when you have a match with Aiden in it. In terms of who's the main character of WBPLW, I would say Beeple-chan. And in terms of, who people are going to get excited to see just, suddenly coming down into the ring and, this is going to be a fun match. This is going to be something we're going to enjoy this evening. Squick's good for that on the whole, ridiculous side. But also, if Griglack or Goat come out, you're going to get some great stuff. And for your sort of special guest, who when they come out, something fun's going to happen. They're reliable. They're consistent. But the reason that it works, not Wonderful. The reason that he works
One is not consistent.
I mean, he consistently loses. We'll give him that. But Crow is really good as well because he doesn't come out. If Crow came out every week, it wouldn't work. But Crow being the Mat Assassin and coming out on those rare occasions where it's like, yeah, let's have a Crow match. We haven't had one in a while. That's always.
I like to view myself as like the Undertaker role because that's always been my favorite. He doesn't really do like normal matches. They just bring him out, and he just fucking just does you hear the bell, everybody's like, oh shit, it's him. And I like it.
Crow comes out, fucking buries you, and then we move on to the next match.
I mean,
and of course, if we want the Orange Cassidy of WBPLW, I mean, we have Cena, who's very much made to be that role. So, there's the answer to Parallax's question as well. So there's my input for you.
So I have to admit that one of the things I realized is I am trying very much whenever I run this to have as much of a balanced batch of people as I can. I don't want everything to be about one person. Because I did that whenever I played Fight Forever, and that gets tired. It's just the one person the whole time. And then, because most of the time when you watch someone play a game, you want to see that person succeed. And I have very carefully tried to make sure that I'm not being like, oh, this is all about me right here, right now. Like, because that feels bad, if that makes any sense. Feels like I'm putting myself over too much, and then there's a history of wrestling bookers who put themselves over, and it is to the detriment. So I didn't want to do that.
I don't think you do that. I'll be quite honest. I think you're just kind of overthinking it a bit. You do really good with the characters that you have, and then when you put yourself in the game, because you feel like you've got some kind of leg up on everyone because you know more about wrestling, makes you feel kind of guilty. But I'm like, dude, no, not at all.
You do not control what the AI does.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that makes WBPLW work so well is that, but by this point, having gone, let me give you the exact stats. We have had official matches, not including Dark Nights, 78 weeks of this at this point. We've done 78 official weeks. By this point, the audience knows that the characters, for the most part, all have, unless they're a jobber, they've all got the same stat number. It's just what those, points are put into that makes each person individual. And the AI runs it. Everybody knows that the game is just going to do what it does, and that's half the fun, is you never know what's going to happen. And then seeing how you and Crow and Fuzzy react to what's happening and build that into, whatever the narrative of the moment is, that's the charm.
Yes, watching the game decide, you know what, this week, Juan's going to put up a real fight. Is just the most bizarre, fucking entertaining bullshit.
And then the one time Halz makes a version of one that's not a jobber and has ridiculous points, and he's just like, yeah, no, I'm going to win anyway.
He just stumbles and falls on his face. Yeah. There's actually a question here from Arxo889. Honest question about the setup. How much effort do y'all put into balancing the strength of the character, for example, moveset, stats, AI behavior, aggressive versus whatever? Numbers not important. I don't have Fire Pro, just curious. Do you wing it or make adjustments based on match results as you go? I'm gonna let you all
You should
answer.
mention that.
Yeah, y'all. I'm gonna let you all answer that.
I don't know shit about shit.
I
Yeah,
do.
you've
I
seen
can
me do
answer
it.
one. So there is quite a bit of work that goes into it. Halz does put quite a bit of effort into thinking about what moves he wants different characters to have based on the people who've asked to be included in the roster. But part of that as well is, of course, I keep the stats every week. I'm able to tell you guys, who won what match, what the win-loss ratios are, and all those sorts of things. And part of that is being able to feed back to Halz and say, hey, this character has had this many matches and they've lost like 4/5 of their matches. We need to look at them. There's something that just isn't gelling here. And then Halz will go in and he'll have a tinker and he'll change things around. Because one of the things that I wouldn't say that we're sort of aiming for that 50-50, but you don't want to have characters that are in the position of, oh, well, they're never worth considering.
Right.
Because that doesn't make it fun for you guys voting. It should always be, that there's at least a chance that something interesting is going to happen, unless it's one of the jobber characters. So that's
Now, at the
partly why
same
the stat
time,
sheets exist.
there's also an element of these are all based. Well, a lot of these are based off of Legion and Ox members, and it doesn't feel good for your character that someone has made to reflect you to go out and just get their ass beat on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's true. Hedgehog, thank you for 78 bits for 78 weeks.
Roughly how long does it take you to put a character together once somebody goes, hey, this is what I want, this is what I want to look like? From that sort of inception point to the point where they're ready to go in the game. Roughly how long does that take you, Halz?
So, okay, the problem is that I have to say part of the answer is it depends. Because,
I mean, that makes sense.
for example, like last week on the Dark Match, I brought out the godforsaken nightmare that was Crispy the Furbinator.
The Furbinator is amazing, and I will hear nothing otherwise. A wonderful decision.
But the thing about Crispy the Furbinator is, in terms of visual, that didn't take me hardly any time at all because someone had already put a Furby on the Steam Workshop. And
yes.
so
I too am familiar with the concept of hell.
And so whenever I pulled it in, I looked at it, I'm like, that doesn't look Furby enough. So I went through the mask accessories and found the one that gave him like the big fuzzy chops on the side. And I'm like, that looks better. And then I made the model very fuzzy and not fuzzy of the velvet voice, just gave it a fuzzy body type, and then he got it looked more Furbish. It can take like base, just making one out of the base, that can take 2 or 3 hours, because I want to make sure.
That can shift though if someone comes to you and specifically says, I want a character and I want them to be like this person.
That's true.
Right?
There's a certain amount of tinkering even then, because I want to have everybody on as level of playing field as I can manage. But in doing so...
you don't need any Steiner math in it.
Yeah. In doing so, that means there's some moves I have to take out and be like, okay, according to your style, like, I know that you as a wrestler use this, but it's rated as an E in this game. We need to find something that's a C or higher for you, because the way it is it drain the lower letter grade you have on something, the more stamina it drains. And if you got too much stamina drain, then you just get dog walked. By the way, we had a positive share from 7th DPS. Had a great time taking my family to Western Michigan to watch a hockey game that the 50-year-old Lawson Arena before they tore it down next year, and they won 4-0. That's great. And a statement from Mad Ducks: when you see someone play a game, you want to see them succeed. Mad Ducks is claiming I'm forgetting who our audience is. So,
would you like to know the results of the poll?
I would love to hear the results.
Okay, let me refresh the page and see where we are at. Chat says, with just shy of 30% of the vote, that Beeple-chan is WBPLW's ace, followed up by Griglak and Squick. Squick and Goat are tied for third place.
How far apart are they?
Beeple-chan got 30% of the vote, Griglak got 25%, and Squick and Goat each brought in at 16%.
I see.
So a clear plurality on Beeple.
Yep.
God
Yep.
save
Beeple.
us.
Speaking of Beeple Chan, I want to go ahead and shout out Cookie Mama. Cookie, if you would like to hop in here, we can talk about the genesis of Beeple Chan and that sort of stuff.
You can give us a good solid ooh.
Yes, that I suppose that's in the realm of possibility. And while we wait for that,
I personally want to know the genesis of Dr. Baby Hands if we get time tonight.
Well, I was gonna say with that coming in, I was gonna ask Crow
Why do you
about
ask?
the fun he has about hating Beeple Chan, but whichever one you'd rather answer, Crow.
Well, I don't like People Chan because she's insane. In a way that I don't. It's like, imagine if you watch Sailor Moon and then you find out that she can actually like kill people, and you're like, I don't like this dude. This is she's too crazy. Not something I don't think this is meant for kids. Okay, I think it needs to be toned down.
Hello, Cookie.
Hi, buddy.
Pharisees, thank you for the
Oh.
resub. And before we get the question, Cookie, we do have a positive share from Squick. Question: I have pet 4 dogs. End of question. Also, I would eat a snack, but I am full of delicious meat and magic potato and foreign bread thingy and tasty green and juice of blood and end of question. I think he hit the
So
character
I
limit.
gave him blood orange juice, and we had Yorkshire puddings, and we also had kale. Magic potato is roast potatoes. I commit potato magic. So there you go. There is your context.
So, hi, Cookie.
Hi.
Cookie, why don't you tell us a little bit about the genesis of Beeple Chan?
Okay, so a while back, well, Hutz came to me and said, or he said, hey, we need somebody to voice a VTuber, and we're going to put Tom's face on it for a video.
God.
And I said, oh, I can do that. I can do that for free. Sure. Give me a minute. And I gave him some lines, and he's like, and so, if you go find one of the during the time when they were doing the fire team whiskey stuff. And it's, I did the whole he shot my hair thing, and it's the whole thing. And so that became Beeple Chan, and it became this thing. And so when he started playing the wrestling game, when you started playing the other one, the AEW, is that the one?
Yeah, the Fight Forever.
And so he was like, okay, I need a character. And I was like, well, you could use Beeple Chan. And so I started describing, because when we did it, she was dressed in the maid uniform, blonde hair, because, Tom's got blonde hair, and the whole Tom picture has blonde hair. And so we went from that, and it just kind of went from there. And it's like, she's a VTuber by day, and, whatever all else, And so then it kind of just blossomed from there. So it kind of was a shit post on a shit post, that it kind of went crazy.
It's shit posts all the way down.
No wonder.
Postception.
No
Pretty
wonder
much.
people call Beeple Chan the ace of WBPLW. Then.
Yes, pretty much. So that was how she got
So,
started.
Can we get a quick ooh woo in honor of Beeple Chan?
Ooh woo!
oh,
Thank you.
God.
Fantastic.
So, what have you enjoyed most about Beeple Chan and WBPLW, Cookie?
I have to tell you,
Uh-oh.
her song is now my ringtone. And
I apologize for nothing.
and it just warms my heart when I do hear it, because it's just just the way, part of it's the way the community has kind of gotten around her, either positively or negatively, and gone, yay, this is crazy, what are we doing? And also just the way she'll sort of lean over somebody and go, just kind of do the is scolding them the whole time, and
Yeah.
then being like,
Yeah.
I have
So-
to admit, I have taken the vast majority of troll move options I found I gave to Zenith, but I've given some of them to Beeple-chan. The, the whole strike exchange whenever she stops and does like the Japanese idol poses and then invites the other person to do it and then kicks him in the groin. I was like, I can't not give this to Beeple-chan. Like, this is too on
A couple of
point.
weeks ago, she kicked Aiden out of the ring doing that. It was hilarious.
Yes,
So,
that's a lot of fun.
well,
Ooh, woo.
ooh. Question for Cookie: which of Beeple's finishes is your favorite, the Uwoozer or the Beeple's elbow?
I'm not sure. Probably the Uwoozer, but I'm not sure. The Beeple's elbows is also fun, but I think the Uwoozer maybe.
I don't know. The Beeple's elbow might be good just because of how much Fuzzy hates it.
There. No. Like that.
Beeple-chan does always get an emotional reaction from people, one way or the other, which is the most you can hope for out of any creation.
Exactly. People either love her or hate her.
It's like Apocalypse Jim.
Exactly.
Hal
So
loves
Jim.
Jim.
adore-
I will
I
I'll
adore
mute
show you
you.
something a bit later, Parallax.
I will mute
What's
you,
that?
Parallax.
I have a sticker of Apocalypse Jim on my teacup.
I still love the fact that at one point when I had the stickers of Jim, I was staying with my brother-in-law over Christmas, and he had a friend come over who was over quite a bit at the time, and she brought stuff over for a New Year's Eve party, and it had gotten left behind, and she was going to come back and pick it up after it had gotten washed, and after it came out of the dishwasher, everything that she left, I took and I put Jim stickers on the bottom of.
God.
And
Oh my
she
gosh.
hated it so much. And she didn't notice for weeks. And then when she did find it, she was so mad. I heard about it when I was back in Texas. It was great.
Oh, God. Okay, that's quality trolling. The other thing about Beeple-chan is she just shamelessly steals moves. She's got like 3 or
She
4
does.
things in her move set that are other people's finishes that she's just like, nope, I'm doing this.
So she's also the Goku of WBPL,
She gets stronger every time she's defeated.
and just steals everybody else's finishing moves and claims them as his/her own. Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
what about the Kamehameha? Stole that. Well, what about stole that?
Kaioken, my name is literally in the title.
So, all right, Cookie, let's ask this question. Because you said, okay, we're going to have to take Beeple-chan and set it aside because it's one of those things where the vested interest makes the answer too easy. What is
Right.
something that you've seen in it that you've really enjoyed? Load, thank you for the
Insane.
resub, 24 months.
In wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
in the WBPLW,
If you answer both, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But go ahead.
well, mostly WBPLW because I'm not like this is the first I've really interacted much with wrestling other than watching the cartoon when I was a child.
Hey, Fuzzy, thank you for the sub.
Hey, Fuzzy. But I have really enjoyed like some of the ongoing interactions, like Squick and the Fork and Zenith and some of her crazy moves. The like some of the grudges that have built up, the grudges and weird, combinations that have built up that you didn't really ever expect. Like seeing how far Carnival will go to just be heels is a pretty fun time. Everybody's love-hate relationship with the mime, mostly hate. I'm enjoying the drama of it, I guess. So the way that, kind of the side stories and weird little things that come up because of, some of that is what I'm really, really enjoying.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
You got a present.
Santa Duck.
Yay.
Yay!
I don't think I have Santa Duck yet. Let me check.
So you're telling me, Cookie, that
Oh, I do.
the
It's the pageantry house.
Yes, the pageantry and the story arcs. Yes.
So there's a comedian out there named Rob Funches, and I know I sent this to Crow. I don't know if I sent it to everybody else, but he has a whole bit about people giving him a hard time because he likes wrestling, and him pointing out why saying that, it's fake, and he's like him pointing out why that's a dumb thing to say. I'm not going to steal his line, but you should look it up because it's excellent. There's a
Ain't got no blood.
there's an interview that Orange Cassidy did. I can't remember her name. It's Dan Soder's fiance. She used to work at ESPN, but she did this interview with Orange Cassidy and asked about it. And he goes, "Well, the first thing we got to say is that wrestling is wrestling. There's not anything else like it. So let's quit trying to put a different name on it. It is different than like anything else. Kind of like how comic books are a very unique form of literature because there's not another form that blends the art and the story and the words together the same way. So, you can have some similarities between things, but it's just different than everything else. So
It has its own unique shorthand and pacing and expectations. So yeah, it's very much its own genre, self-contained.
Yes. And Crow, you've been real quiet. You're not feeling boxed out, are you?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. I don't
No, man. I'm enjoying the conversation.
Fair enough.
Also making some text titles in the background for a friend of mine.
Oh, cool.
Crow's vibing and secretly planning the downfall of whoever we start the matches off with next year.
Fair enough. Fire Pro is some folks in chat had said that something about Fire Pro promos, and I don't. There's not really a way to do it. It's just not built into the engine. And the other thing that happens is sometimes I write the card like a week ahead of time. Sometimes I write the card a few hours ahead of time. It just depends on how the week's going. And that's not everybody would either want to or be able to record something for it. So it's it's one of those things that would be nice, but I don't think would be terrifically feasible. So Arxo has said that wrestling has a different appeal personally than MMA or Olympic wrestling. I don't watch it if it is. John Cena doesn't drop one-liners, and the costumes are rather mundane. And yes, Fuzzy, AEW, a weird little up-and-coming promotion, is outstanding. I think they recorded something like... You know what? I don't even remember the number. Mad Ducks has a question for Crow. You are given a large number of resources and a folder full of techno tracks. How much sleep deprivation do you have to achieve before you start rambling out plots for cyberpunk-themed movies?
Well, that's not hard, man, considering what I have to do most of the time is just me going like, how can I make this look like neon? Because it's so easy to do in, like, so many effects out there. I'm like, how can I make this look like neon? It's actually literally what I'm doing right now.
Neon.
Yeah.
Crow is one missed coffee away from cyberpunk movie synopsis.
They won't let me touch stuff like that because the problem is that they want something that'll be done very quickly, and I'll take my time to do it. And companies like that, they have no patience. They just really don't.
let's switch
Not
gears there for a
Leon,
second.
Fuzzy.
Crow,
Not Leon.
what program do you usually work in for these kinds of things? Like
Like
for
what? Give me an example, because I have a lot of
okay,
stuff.
so I know for like video production, you're probably using Premiere,
Yeah.
but for like image work, which I know that you do a fair bit of graphic design kind of work. What do you prefer to
Dude,
work
I
in?
bought CS6 years ago,
Okay.
and that's all I need for Photoshop. Photoshop CS6. I bought it years ago. Buy once, cry once. And I'll say it this much: I have all kinds of free photo editing tools from Paint.net to like GIMP, anything. But I'll tell you this right now: I just can't beat Photoshop. I've literally learned it in college. I've used it for photography. It does everything I need to, and CS6 is like the part where I'm like, I don't really need whatever creepy, weird AI features they throw into it. So I'm like, I'm good. I think the CS6 is the best one. You could still go out and get it, and I'm just like, that's the one, man. That's for Photoshop,
I had bought CS2 when I was in college, so
and it still works, man. You can put CS2 on
I
your
mean,
computer.
it should. Well, I don't have to. I've got a current subscription through work, so I've got whatever nonsense
Oh,
they
okay.
have right now. But for a while there, I could not get CS2 to work. But I've worked in GIMP some lately, but mostly because I found plugins that give GIMP like the same UI and hotkeys as Photoshop, so I didn't have to relearn all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm liking Krita and Affinity, to be honest, because I have a Canva subscription through through work, and so I got Affinity, and I'm using DaVinci for video. Of course, I'm not super pro at anything yet, but
No, DaVinci's great. Like you can get a lot of stuff. Like it's an industry. It's becoming an industry standard because it just does everything Premiere was supposed to be doing. I said like
It's kind of
about
like
15 years ago, Premiere was like a different program. It was the one that came out of nowhere that crushed Final Cut Pro. It like made Avid look like a spaceship. Like it was just like, hey man, you could play it on Windows, but now it's totally not. It like you guys. I was rendering this all month. I barely had time for Christmas, man. This program is ass. I
it's
just gotta
kind
say it.
like with DaVinci moving into that space. It's kind of like looking at Blender too, where in the
Blender's
last 2 years, Blender has actually gotten to where it's efficient enough and like useful enough, frankly, that it's starting to move into some serious industry shit.
and Para's really getting good at Blender.
That's
I'm
true.
Okay, no. I am pretty good at one specific thing Blender does. Blender does a billion things.
It does a lot now. It can do all kinds of. It can do graphics and
I'm still shocked
all
that it's
kinds
like, oh yeah, it does video editing and modeling and sculpting and animation and image editing now. And I'm just waiting for it to have like audio editing brought into it at some point because fuck, why not?
How long is it before Blender actually becomes installed on a blender to operate that blender?
I kind of bet that if you go back through the archive that they keep active, there's probably one with a low enough set of requirements that there's some ninja fucking blender out there that could run it.
Blendception.
Last year the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature ended up being a Blender movie. So like
That Flow.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Dude, I watched Flow from the behind the seat of someone else because they were playing it in a plane, like it was on someone's like monitor. I didn't hear any sound, but I just like watched it with no audio while I was listening to music, and I was just like, "Damn, this is awesome!" I didn't need to hear anything that was going on, and it was still good. That's how you know they've made something good. If you've
Yeah,
not
they
seen
got their
Flow, it really
visuals
is
on
good.
point.
So,
and they're actually bringing in like with 5.0 they brought in compatibility with a lot of production software with their file formatting. So like it's set to be a fucking thing.
okay,
Yeah.
I am going to re-hijack the conversation. We had a positive share from To Square. Enjoyed the Black Knight. I have homemade tortilla chips and beans. And then also from Venomous Toucan. Of course, wrestling it's fake. It's fun because it's fake, and just because it's fake does not make it less impressive. I wish I had time to get that yoked and technically proficient with another human's body. So
Giggity.
I wanted to bring this up because I just listened to an interview a couple of days ago with Swerve Strickland, and the guy was talking to him, and it's like, Swerve, daggone man, you're looking good, you're looking yoked there, and he goes, how you been doing that? He goes, I just have to eat everything. And they go, what? And he's like, yeah, you got to do a dirty bulk, and I'm just having to eat everything in front of me. He's like, it's 10 o'clock, and I'm laying in bed, and I'm like, oh god, I'm supposed to eat something else, and so he's just like randomly,
What a fucking problem
door
to have.
dashing. Well, because yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. When you're actually a fucking athlete, it's a thing. It's
yeah.
just
So
Yeah, I know. The
When
rest
you're
of us
my
just want
lazy
to eat
ass, it's a whole
hamburgers
other-
all day too. It's just,
Well,
it's an American thing.
and-
You won't understand it. You have to come here.
yeah, and it's
To break in for just a second, Mecca, we are taking a chill night with a Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, and we're having conversation about wrestling around it.
and so
I'm
I'm
waiting on one of the ducks to suplex another duck.
I
I would
don't
love to
don't
see
give
that.
me hope.
There is a luchador duck.
There
so
is a
that
lucha
might
duck.
happen.
Yes,
True.
there is
Is
a
there a
lucha
Macho
duck.
Man duck? Because if there's not, then I'm surprised.
No, there's not yet that I have seen.
Gonna give
They
you the
need to
quack
fix
quack.
that.
Yeah.
They need to fix
Told you I
that.
was gonna get in the pool, and there you are. You're right there where I was gonna float. Yeah.
Hot dogging and you're showboating.
You're just sitting there, and you're hanging out there with the flamingo.
Yes.
Right there.
Macho Duck Quacky Savage. Dear God. So, oh, an Ultimate Warrior Duck. It'd move too fast. It'd move
Wait,
too
wait,
fast.
wait, 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 wait,
Hedgehog.
wait. I have something for this.
Oh no.
Are you ready?
Oh no.
That was it.
I didn't hear anything.
I'm guessing my microphone's deciding not to pick up the skronk sound.
Yeah, probably. Oh
Correct.
God, we don't need skronk in here, okay?
Skronk.
No skronk.
Skronk.
Okay, so then I'm gonna pivot to something else then. Boat. One of the things that I have tried to do in running WBPLW is kind of create factions, because it makes it easy for me to build storylines if there are factions, and I can just have members of different factions battle with each other.
Yeah, until Tom fucks it all up.
Well, now
That was half the fun, though. You had to have the faction built and there for long enough that the betrayal meant something. So clearly you have to do
Betrayal!
something right.
yeah. Dude, a heel turn doesn't mean anything if it doesn't have any heat behind it.
Gravitas, yeah. But
Oh, so you're saying the John Cena heel turn was completely garbage?
Oh God, hang on. Where's my soapbox?
Hey, watch as I make Hal angry over things.
Okay, the heel turn by itself was done competently, but the problem is that John Cena he announced at the end of last year, at the end of 2024, that 2025 was going to be his last year in the ring. He said it was going to be his retirement year. And Rain Duck, and they had a whole year to do good stuff with John Cena, and they consistently didn't. They dicked around and dicked around and dicked around, and they didn't even know how to get to his final match until, I don't know, 3 weeks ahead of time. And then they're like, oh, for the last time, tournament to determine who's going to face John Cena for his last match. Like, that's what they came up with. And
That's not even a story.
that's, yeah. It was,
you could have done this whole thing of why he was quitting because he had a beef with somebody, or you could have done,
he just,
and I don't even know that much. You just kind of, you pick something and you run with it, and then somebody else goes, well.
all you have to do is
There you
have,
go.
like, a story and some motivation behind it. But part of
Yeah.
the problem is that John Cena was not a heel for, like, I don't know, 18 years or something. And then John Cena wasn't good at being a heel, and the matches sucked.
Oh, remember
Well,
what
you
I
know-
said, man. I said this a while ago, but Jim Varney walked so John Cena could run.
Yeah. Yeah.
God,
I know Jimmy Vern.
if I had gotten to see John Cena turn to the camera and go, "Know what I mean, Vern," I would have just fallen out of my chair.
He should just lean into it. The
Yeah.
dude's got the face.
Yeah.
He could totally pull it off.
Cena
Now-
goes
Got
to
the acting
camp.
chops.
Now, how
Acting
there is
chops. He really does.
now how there is one other thing that I do have to say about all this.
Hi, Diggs.
That it's not really John Cena's fault, because we're talking about him being a heel and how he's just not good at it. And the problem is you just can't see him that way.
Okay, you know what? I gotta give you credit for that. Yes,
Don't give me credit for that. That was fucking awful.
I know.
I feel
That
bad
was
about
terrible.
It was better than his final year.
Oh, fair enough.
That's how bad that whole year was. I don't understand. You've got a whole year to do something awesome with John Cena's retirement year, and you don't do a damn thing. You just don't.
Hey,
Okay, here, give you a great example.
Hey, he got to lick The Rock's boot.
The Rock was only around one time.
Yeah.
When John Cena turned heel, that was the only time. That was it. And then The Rock was
both
gone.
of those guys are in Fast and the Furious too, which is fun.
Okay, fair enough. But
They're both in the movies, which I still don't understand, but I'm glad they still exist. The last one was made by an 8-year-old, which was really cool to see. I hope they put it up on the fridge. It is a 2-parter. They haven't made the second part yet. So be prepared for a 2-hour movie, followed by another 2-parter, which is probably going to be just as long. And Ludacris going, that's a neutron bomb. I'm like, dude, come on, Ludacris, let's go.
And
You
then
can't do this. Come on, man. Sorry,
Okay.
but
all right.
you're not a nerd. You can't cut it, dude.
It's yeah. Okay. Positive share from Zykes. Made it another year. Thank you for your weirdos in the BPL and the Ox. Another year. Halz, check your Discord for a special message for me. Zykes, I will. I'm going to wait a little bit. Not because I don't care. I'm just waiting a little bit because I'm.
By the
kind of on a roll.
way, I take issue with that. I'm not a weirdo. I'm a chuckle fuck.
They had so many opportunities to do good stuff with John Cena that they didn't. And then one of them, they brought back Brock Lesnar just to squash John Cena because I don't know. And then they never brought back Brock Lesnar again. And I don't know why they brought him back in the first place because he's named specifically in the Janelle Grant lawsuit. Don't read up on that. It'll make you sad and probably dry heave. But it was just done terribly. And
Sorry.
what?
Trying to figure out what to name my little pink flamingo and retro says Jimmy Buffett.
That's for parrots, retro. So yeah, look, this year has just kind of pointed out the fact, and Chippy, not Chippy, Gaza said it in the chat. Yeah, Triple H is not a good booker. Okay, everyone's, no, he's not. He's more logical than Vince McMahon was, but he's also
That's
just
not a high bar.
He's
Is
just
it?
no, it's not. It's not a high bar, and he's also boring as shit. So anyway, that's
Triple H looks like what I imagine my dad to have looked like in the '80s, like now, not like old Triple H, not younger Triple H, but like right now.
bald with the salt and pepper beard and the constant constipation face.
It's the mustache and the beard thing. I don't know what it is. I always joke about this. My dad looks like Jesse Baines from Police Quest, like with the long hair and the mustache. Like straight up, he does. There's just something about it. Never met the guy. I've only seen a picture of him. He straight up looks like that. Blonde as well.
Oh, that was
The ducks were making
the
noise.
duck stabbed the flamingo. The duck with the knife killed
Excellent.
the flamingo.
Down with the
Good, 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 good,
flamingo.
So
We did say that flamingo had to die today.
Sic semper
It has
tyrannis.
happened.
okay, Venomous Toucan. Let's not. No.
No.
No. No.
Actually,
with its Fuzzy,
could we
Fuzzy
get
would
Fuzzy-
be up for it, but no.
Could we get Fuzzy to come in here
No.
since we have seen
Fuzzy
him in the audience?
Fuzzy is down
to
with
come-
the sickness.
But he could come in just
He
long
is
enough
down
to
with
say
the
no.
sickness. Let Fuzzy rest.
What?
He is down with
He's
the
sick.
sickness. Ooh, ah. Let him rest.
Yeah, he's not feeling
No,
too great.
Willie. No, Willie. He did not. He said sic semper tyrannis,
No.
which is always to tyrants. He
No,
did not
Willie.
say 6-7.
Okay, Willie, here. I'm going to turn this around on you. I've seen that meme used in a wrestling match. Yes. The MXM Collective, which is MXM, which is Mason and Mansoor with Johnny Mundo or Johnny TV and Taya Valkyrie. They have kind of this open challenge thing that they do. It's like you can face any combination of us and see what happens. And in the corner, Mansoor will get someone in the corner and they'll start doing the 10 punches, and everybody's counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he'll hit the 6th one and then throw his arms out and go 6, 7, and
I hate that so much, and I've never seen it.
it's like I appreciate him grabbing the meme and immediately burying it. Like that was pretty funny. So anyway.
I've had my kids say 6-7 to my students say 6-7 to me twice. One time I said 6-7 to you too, and the other time I said 8, 9, 10. It just was like, what do you do?
I just took to saying 10-4, and they don't know
Fair.
what to do with that. Anyway.
Luckily, my kids have not picked up on this, and I hope
I think they
don't.
just want to work an 11-hour shift, is what it sounds like.
They yearn for the mine.
So, back to my original thing before I got sidetracked by the John Cena retirement tour. What groups have you all enjoyed that I've cobbled together? What's of the groups that we've put together? What have you
Actually,
enjoyed?
a 13-hour shift. Holy shit! I
Oh.
might gotta go back to school. You got an opening in your class?
You sure?
No, I've actually had to teach kids in classes like that, so I'm used to sitting in those really tiny desks
Oh,
as
wow.
a 6-foot tall, lanky dude.
Oh,
Right.
Whirlin
Do you
has.
want me to read off the teams that we have?
Go
before
for it.
We have this discussion. Would that help?
Yes,
But
please do.
You can, but before you do, let's just go ahead and establish that Chad's answer is going to be Cosmic Suplex Love.
Well, Whirlin said the Hounds, and I only did that one once.
Yes, yes. People have mentioned the Hounds a few times, even though they
But-
only ever turned up the once.
yes,
Okay, teams
please
we
do.
have. We have Carnival. We have Team Moo Wound / Cosmic Suplex Love. Fartonium Inc. The Orcs Iron Horsemen. Team Canada. Finalist Fantasy. Team R&R. Team Superstar, who are also part of the Diamond Cartel. Orcs Together Strong. We have the Space Station 14 crew. We have the Kitchen crew. We have the Enmascadores. We have the Heavyweights. We have DNT. We have Delta Shift. We have the Brotherhood. We have the Desirs. We have Team Blackjack, whose name I love because it's very clever. We have Cargonia, and I think that's it. Oh, and the Tough Guys. We can't forget the Tough Guys.
A very
There you go,
important
that's
that
all
we
of
don't
our
leave out.
What did we call I forget. What did we call the Vente and do we
That's
have a name?
Team
for
Blackjack.
that?
That's Team Blackjack because
Well-
we
Oh,
have
fair.
20
21.
minutes.
21.
Yeah,
And
20
one
minutes and
fall.
one
Okay.
fall.
So,
Yep.
Okay.
I do want to also point something else out. They're not going to be named that anymore, but I'm going to make you wait on why.
Yeah, there's a good reason as to why. And I'm really looking forward to that when we start back up. That was such a cool thing that you guys came up with.
Wait, Final Fantasy Online is still around? Damn. Dude.
Yeah.
What the dude? Like, when are they done? Like, when is it gonna stop? Like, what? How much further does your character need to go? They're already a god. Like, what else can you do?
I don't know.
There's
WoW's
like that.
still
Like,
a
what
thing.
other challenges await you? It's like, well, at this point, you're doing metaphysical shit. Like, nobody cares. Like,
I
a
mean,
guy who has to like farm, who's like, oh no, another giant god creature's coming to get us. Thank God that guy who started out fighting those slimes Man, good thing he became a god too.
I mean, at this point, WoW has gone through like the entirety
Oh,
of
yeah.
the fucking celestial HR directory where they killed God, they killed God's manager, they killed God's manager's
Yeah.
supervisor.
I played both
There's
MMOs, Digi.
both 11 and 14 are still on, apparently.
Yeah, I played both. I'm surprised 11's still on, but you know,
Ultima
I
Online's
played
still
them.
around, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So is
Okay.
Mist. Mist
Wait,
Online
wait.
still around?
What was that? Mist 5?
No, they have a Mist. Well, they have a Mist game that's just.
Yeah,
an MMO.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
I don't remember.
Ribbon.
I played it. It requires more than 2 people, and so it sucks. Just to be quite honest with you, it does. Like, if you have to do a puzzle that requires more than 2 people, it's over, dude. You can't beat the game.
Well, I
Screw
mean,
that. Thanks,
let's be fair.
Diane.
It cannot possibly have been worse than the fucking subway puzzle from the first game.
Well, Samurai, that's a hot take, but I'm here for it.
Wow.
WoW has gone the route of Supernatural, aka Redneck Dragon Ball Z.
Dang, man.
Oh, darn.
Dang old Shenron,
Okay.
man. Get up in there just
All
like
right.
that old Wish, man. I'll
All
tell
right.
you what.
So the group's question probably not going to get a lot of traction because it gets a little obscure. Then here I'm going to pivot it. What is
Pivot.
your
Holy God, EA still has a link on their fucking website that says, buy Ultima Online.
okay? Here's the pivot.
Incidentally, just to answer the question before you pivot, I think Carnival has been done wonderfully.
It has. It really
Yeah.
has.
There.
It's one of those where you go, oh, when they come out, but it's a general every time thing, and you're
Yeah.
like, I know how this is gonna go, and
Mm-hmm.
you
The
know.
Mime is such a great character, and I think what really sells it for me is that we have AK Lone Wolf in chat so often, and AK gets really into his character turning up and doing all of the shenanigans, and it's just fun.
I need to.
Hey,
I need,
guys.
It's just fun.
I need to.
In case you
God.
guys weren't aware, minimum system requirements for Ultima Online. I need you guys to
Oh,
either
God.
have a Pentium 3 or an Athlon.
Do I need a
don't know if I can manage
coprocessor?
that.
You need an Athlon 1000 megahertz card and 512 megs of RAM.
What about an APU?
I don't know. It says that you need 64 megabyte 3D graphics card with hardware transformation and lighting, such as the NVIDIA GeForce 3.
Or the Voodoo 2?
Well, they say the Radeon 9700 or newer.
They say.
That's wow.
Voodoo two, voodoo two. Anyway, the thing that with Lone Wolf is Lone Wolf around and he gets invested. I haven't booked Lone Wolf since he lost by critical pink eye, and it's kind of hard for me. Like, yes, I want to book him more, but that bit of lore.
You got to bring him back
It's
with
so
a fucking bionic eye.
He needs different face paint. He needs a big
That would be
splash over one eye.
fantastic.
Oh no!
Positive Sheriff and 7 Blue 7 finally able to make the drive, spend time with family. A week late, Mama's getting over super flu and feeling better. My niece completed her Lego kit all by herself. Proud of her. Also introducing my family to the BPL and Ox and Weekends End crew. You goofballs have new fans. What have you done?
Aw,
What have you
that's amazing.
done?
This is like
I
whenever
love
we
Mom.
found out BB's mom was watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna lose the other eye quick.
Hey, at least...
Hey,
Okay, you have 4 of them.
you laugh, Gil Griffin. You laugh, but I spent several years doing exactly that. So, yeah.
Well-
Except they were muds and mushes.
So, the thing about Squick is that he doesn't jab a fork in your eye. He jabs his fingers in your eye, but not a fork. Mostly he's driving the fork into your forehead. Which,
Yeah.
okay,
Can confirm.
I
It was
got-
very dangerous having him across the dinner table.
I
so.
have to tell this story then. Because whenever we were first doing this, I asked Squick what he wanted to be, and what he said to me was, is there a way for me to be, like, super evil? And I said, like, can I be a super bad guy? And I was like, you mean, like, stab people with a fork? And he goes, yes! Can I do that? And I went, Squick, you can do so much of that. And he went, Perfect. Do that.
This sounds like most conversations with Squig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that is how we ended up with Squickathy stabbing people with a fork.
Which this
A
year
lot.
got upgraded to he turned up with a fork golem.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Let's just go with yeah.
yeah, okay, yes, just
I'm just saying, we've done some fun things this year.
that's yes.
I'm
Some
gonna
of them
step
have
away
made
for just a
even
moment.
less
I'll be right
sense
back.
than normal.
Okay, so next question I want to take it to is, which of our referees do you all enjoy the most?
Okay, so that's a layered question
Mm-hmm.
because refs are not something that you expect to come into this and really like be excited about, but the fact that they've all developed their own weird personalities gives you something that you can look forward to with each of them. Where like Psyduck shows up and you know that the count is going to start at 5.
And you also know he's going to be in chat yelling alongside
Yes.
everything, which just makes it better.
And you know if Mad Ducks is reffing, then you might as well not have one. You need him there to count the pin.
Matt Dux has said in chat that he's the fairest ref by far.
Yeah, that is frequently what he said. You know
He
that
does say
Ether's
that.
going to show up, and Ether is absolutely going to make off like a fucking bandit.
There's gonna Pete Rose the match.
That
Yeah,
one I love the most because it's something that you can't plan. Like the whole, Whacker's sleepy and he takes forever to count. That's something that you can sort of bring in with Halz's commentary, with the settings in the game so that he counts. So Ether making off like a bandit every week, that's completely organic nonsense that just happens. Because
it's
this
great.
Yeah, it's not like he controls the rep.
No. It is this delightful little bit of trolling that he figured out how to do. And it just makes me laugh so hard. It's great. But now I have to admit I get a big kick out of giving Whacker a hard time for being old.
Well, it's because he's old.
Yeah, Whacker's old and he wears Crocs, which he didn't
Pink ones.
until he did.
Yep. Thank you, WBPL, for giving him the Crocs.
Yes, and so I get it. I do get a big kick out of it. I wanted to make every ref feel different. I wanted to make every ref feel like they brought something different into the ring with them, and
I don't ever put my hands on the roast, so I don't know how you're doing that, dude. I'm just saying.
yeah. So
I'm back.
there's a mod where I can like adjust with how quickly they respond to stuff and how fast they count and how stringent they are and that sort of stuff.
Pookie, he doesn't have it opened up right now.
And so it is it made it more granular than what was in the base game. And so that's why I do that, is because it let me have more distinct stuff. And then when Talon wanted to make one, he wanted to make it as much of, I don't remember if it was Voltron or the Megazord or what, but he wanted to do that, and he wanted me to pull one of the voices from one of the Japanese wrestlers and that sort of thing. So, God, Coyote has put something here. Coyote, favorite bit of Fire Pro glitching out was Victor's first match going. No, it didn't go to the time limit. There was no time limit at that time.
I think that's what Coyote means.
Yes.
Is that match led to us having the time limit instituted,
Yeah.
which of course, without us needing to do that, we wouldn't have One Fall and Viente Minutos. So it's a knock-on thing. It's great.
Yes.
I think it's because the AI knows what the time is, so they like fight differently based on like how close they get. And because you didn't have a limit, he was just like, well, I'll just keep fucking going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this show until we get to the last minute. Entropy of the universe,
God
man.
paid
You're
by
gonna
the
see
minute,
the
man.
fucking pin out.
Yeah. And
think my
Ugh.
personal favourite ridiculous thing Fire Pro has done is just set the law that Parallax now has a cybernetic spine.
Yeah. Listen, we've got a number of cyborgs in the promotion now. It's getting weird.
We
Yeah.
do.
I mean, you got me, you got BB, you got Squick. You got Squickbot.
Is Squickbot a cyborg?
Listen.
That's just
It's
a guy
probably
named
the
Space
cheapest
Greg
option.
that he put a bunch of aluminum foil on and said, "Get out there, and do me proud, champ."
Could you imagine like silver paint and aluminum? Oh no.
Someone had asked me the most ridiculous wrestling getup that I've ever seen. And
Oh, I hope it was the Boogeyman.
no, there's something worse. Just grab your Google box and type in WWF Max Moon. And
Oh, no.
Yeah, it is. The idea was making an astronaut. And then you're going to look at it and be like, how's that supposed to be an astronaut?
Oh,
This
my.
sounds like Vince.
And then there was a backpack that went with it that was supposed to, quote unquote, boost him up onto the apron. And it didn't work the first time. So they quit using it. And they put that gimmick on Conan. No, I don't feel bad for Conan at all. In the time since then, Conan, you know what? That was just early karma for Conan is what that was. Nice, Mercury Alpha. So, it was, yeah. It's, that's, you want ridiculous, that's ridiculous. As for in person... Oh, God. Okay, this one was not... Okay, I can't say this was an in-person, but this is what somebody wanted to do. There was this guy that showed up at a company I worked in wanting to train. And he wanted to do this full-on... samurai style gimmick, samurai sumo cross, and have the flag on his back and wrestle barefoot and all that sort of stuff. Big fat white dude with mutton chops. And I was just like, what? What is that?
Hey man, there's only two kinds of people in the world that know how to do karate. The Japanese and the king.
Yeah. And he didn't make it out of training. So, on one hand, it's like, yeah, no kidding. But then on the other hand, it was like, I wanted, I would be curious to see how that went. In this, would he get laughed out of everywhere? Because, probably. So that's... Oh.
I wasn't aware my piano was coming through. I am so sorry.
I didn't hear
It's
it.
not.
It's not.
Okay. No, I looked at my mixer and I noticed it was sending it through, and I wasn't trying to do that.
Okay, I haven't
Also,
heard it.
I'm also now just messing with music in the background because I finished those titles. So.
Okay. That's all good. So, yeah.
I mean,
it's
hell,
a-
I'm painting. You might as well be doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm playing ducks.
Then
Well,
here,
okay.
I'm gonna... Chippy's cousin, the Beast of Bonsai.
The Beast of Bonsai. By the way, today is Chippy's
Amazing.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
happy
Chippy!
Happy birthday, Chippy.
Yay, birthday, Chippy.
If you all want a... Okay, alright. Different point of discussion then. Because we've got a lot of people with... What's the phrase I'm going to use here? Remarkable finishes in WBPLW. Which one stands out to you? Which not even the person, but the finish. What's the finish that stands out? And I'm betting on one answer pretty much straight out of the gate, but
Okay.
if it's not okay, I'm going to say it this way. If it's not the gore, what is it? Because I intentionally made the gore. I was trying to intentionally make the gore that way.
Gore and
Out of-
Pink Eye are like the two big standouts that are obvious. Because the Pink Eye was just ridiculous. But that was technically a critical.
Yeah, that's not a quote-unquote finish. That was just what finished that match, and it was...
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and
It
yeah,
wasn't a
Cat's
finish
going Pink
until
Eye.
it was.
Yeah.
Now, out of a little bit of self-interest here, but mostly not, because you did exactly what I asked you to do when you set it up. Like, the Paralyzer is just, like, I
Paralyzer's
fucking
great.
love that. Because when I came to you, you said, hey, what do you want your wrestler to be like? My answer was, I want my wrestler to look like the dude that is muscled in a way that's like he doesn't go to the gym. He has the big fuck all practical muscles, like he's been farming for 60 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I want him to be like brutally efficient. And like the Steiner screwdriver is just fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
In terms of that.
Like-
and like I love that.
I know how to do that safely. I would never do it or do it to somebody, but I know how it works. So yeah, the Paralyzer is... Yeah.
Beeple's Elbow is being suggested in chat. Siegebreaker has popped up, which is another great one. UNC Samurai says, my favourite move that never was, Griglak. Stun of Griglak.
Son of Griglak.
Well, it is now.
I can't. I already gave Victor the stunner. He has the Siegebreaker already.
It's not a finisher, but I do like Wookiee's caber toss, just because it's like, just pick that person up and throw it
Just
after me.
keeps fucking doing it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up because there was a time where Wookiee's original build, Whirlin's original build was based around the idea of the Wookiee will rip your arms off when you lose. And it's like, okay, happy birthday, Chippy.
And look, Chippy's in the chat.
Happy birthday, Chippy.
Happy birthday, Chippy.
And
It's our boy from Barnsley.
from the north end of Barnsley.
Oh, he's from the north.
For a
Life
northerner,
is
he's pretty
a
good.
mister. Okay, I'm gonna quit indulging myself. Whenever I rebuilt Whirlin as a power guy, then what I did is I was like, I need because we've got a fair number of power guys.
You were born in March, you fuck.
Somebody said it was your birthday.
I did. I thought it
It
was.
is Chippy's birthday. This
Delightful.
is just facts. It is currently Chippy's birthday.
I
even
know
if
it's
it isn't.
March 4th, but January 4th just sounded nicer. Dude, it's been a fucked up year so far. Give us this, okay? Happy birthday.
Yeah.
January 4th. It's been a fucked up year. Yeah.
He's so confused.
Anyway, shit, where was I? It was about
You're talking
the
about
screw-
Whirlin's rebuild.
Oh, yeah.
Whirlin.
So I was like, I need something that's going to make this power guy stand out. We had a lot of power guys. And I was going through the workshop, and I discovered the caber toss. And I was like, oh. So,
You turned into Jeremy Clarkson.
power! Yeah.
Power.
Yeah, and well, I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, if this is supposed to be a power guy, this is a great way for it to stand out." And when I gave it to him, the fact that he just grabs people and then just hucks them is
It's Gaza, son of Chippy, whose birthday it is
Yeah.
today.
yeah.
Oh,
that's-
Gaza.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Gaz's birthday.
Yeah.
That's
There-
where the
that is-
confusion has come in.
That's Chippy's son.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's Chippy's biological son.
He is a chip off the old block. Chippy off the old block, as they say.
Yep.
Gaza said
Anyway,
it's January 4th, and I think someone in the Legion thought I was you again.
I'm going to
January
declare it
4th and
both
Chippy is
of your
March 4th.
birthdays.
Yeah, they're both on the 4th, so that doesn't help.
1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, the House of Barnsley. There we go.
And if it becomes both Gaza and
the
Chippy's birthday
Barnsley.
today, then it means they both get to have a
shit.
birthday in March as well.
Oh shit, Hal.
Yep.
Hal, you have to make you have to establish the House of Barnsley in the show.
I can just call the team of Tom and Chippy the House of Barnsley.
It's going in the stat sheet. It's
There
canon.
we go. House of Barnsley.
I'm
There it
making
is.
another character for you to put into the game.
Okay.
It's not
I was gonna say, I mean, you could make Gaza, and then have the House of Barnsley.
Okay, but Gaza has a wrestler.
Okay.
See, I
So-
like making one-off characters like Dr. Baby Hands. He was, his profession has changed like 5 other times, but he's like a dentist. He's really good at getting those baby teeth with those hands.
Mm-hmm.
He's got them little tiny hands. He can get way back in there with them. And I
Yeah.
do believe Red was looking for the origins of Baby Hands.
Oh, I just made him up with my buddy Malachi. Me and him make up all kinds of. We're from the era of absurdist humor, so I can't really explain most of them, and I definitely won't show
You've
all of them.
explained as much as you need to, and this is
Yeah.
perfectly fine. I approve very much.
Crow raises his
Like the
sword.
guy Vomitus is not going into our
Yeah.
thing because
Yes, please no.
No.
There was a question about a Tex Murphy wrestler, and I don't know what to do with that.
Where is the Tex? There is no Tex Murphy wrestler. Murphy can't wrestle. Have you
Ah.
seen him? He gets his ass kicked every fucking game. No. No, the one that I'm actually working on is a guy called Chris Christmas Rodriguez, because I really like that Christmas short. It's a 2007.
Oh my god, that's right. I forgot
It's a
to make
2007
that.
meme from like early YouTube. Because somebody asked me, he's like, "Oh, is this AI?" It's like, dude, no, it's got fucking artifacts from 2007. It's like, no. It's-
The
but I
fucking
get it.
JPEG of a JPEG of a JPEG. Come on.
Yeah, it's like that was the most you could blow it up. I sent it to Chippy too, but that's the guy. I'm all for Christmas
Okay.
Rodriguez showing up as a one-off every so often, just because he's just a.
I meant to make that, and I forgot all about it. You have my apology.
Oh, dude.
But we'll get it in there.
I didn't even know you were gonna do that. I was just sitting here like, oh, I think I could find the disco clothes. That'd be cool. I'll put the soundtrack in there.
Get the mustache.
Yeah, doesn't say much.
No, he
Doesn't
doesn't.
have to.
His intro music is just someone leaning into a microphone going waka chicka waka chicka waka chicka waka chicka.
Somebody clip that, give it to Halz.
Yeah, I need that Waka Chicka.
Waka chicka waka chicka.
The Barnsley Pinesty.
That's going on a poster. I've got time this year. My New Year's resolution for 2026 is shit post endlessly.
I
I feel like I can help with this.
My New Year's resolution came from that video. Just be more of yourself and do what you want to do. Because,
yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I'm going to be me unapologetically. Adjust your
Exactly.
expectations accordingly.
I think next
Exactly.
Christmas I am going to get some of that pud. I've never had any, and I want some. It looks so good. Some of that pud.
That's fair.
Let me
That
get
is fair.
let me get a handful of that pud.
Oh, just a little bit of that pud. A little bit of
How
that.
can we make this worse?
I love getting my hands on that girthy pud.
I suspect the answer to this is going to be Malort somehow.
Pudding.
It's-
In
look,
case you guys are
yeah.
wondering, it's not. I'm not trying to make a weird joke out of it. It's just
Yeah.
it's a meme.
I
Look it
mean,
up.
you are trying to make a weird joke out of it,
You're
but
right.
not that kind of weird joke.
Look, I also happen to think the word girthy is very funny. So
it is. It is.
just the word by itself, girthy. So
You have
the
5
tone there
Christmas
doesn't
puddings
help.
in your house, motherfucker.
We had
Wow.
Christmas pudding this year. My family, I think it's either my daughter or my husband made it.
okay,
Never had one before. I've always wanted to.
so
I always forget to get one whenever it's Christmas.
Hot-
It's always something comes up.
Hot take. It's kind of a fluffy tortilla.
Yeah, I've been told it's like that. I still want to have it.
thank you, Square.
There you go. The Square's got you covered. Thank you, Square.
Thank you for that. Okay, since we're the story of Goat and the gore, I wanted to put goat in the game, and I wanted to do something fun with it. And I started with, can I make the mask? And it's like, okay, I found something that works for the mask. Can I give it like a Brazil theme look? Yeah, kind of. There should be more green, but you know, it's pretty. And then I was like, oh no, what do I do for his finish? Because sometimes I build someone to a finish. Sometimes aliens abducted it's abduction. Okay. Sometimes it's I build to a finish. Sometimes I start with the finish and work from there. But I'm sitting there with goat, and I'm like, well, what do I do? What would a goat do? Would he jump off of something that doesn't fit with everything else? What am I going to do? And then I was like, oh, because there are certain moves I set aside that I never put on anybody.
Spear.
There's certain moves I'd set it like until I put the Siege Breaker on Victor von Vogt. I'd been sitting on the stunner because I was like, I want to give this to somebody, but I don't know what to do with it yet. And then when it turns out that Victor von Vogt can't win a match with a power bomb to save his life, I was like, okay, we're gonna give him the stunner. That'll be good. And then I was looking at him like, wait, goats have horns. Goats ram things. I could give him the spear, and then I went, wait, no. Because what's better than the spear? In the words of the wrestler Rhino, anything that he has hit that someone has kicked out of was a spear. Anything that he hit and they didn't kick out of was a gore. And I remember watching SmackDown in the early 2000s, and Paul Heyman would shout about the gore. He shoots, he gores, gore, and I thought, I bet you I could get this over with chat. I bet you if I started doing this and started talking about it this way, I could get this over with chat. And so that was very much a Booker moment for me of going, can I make this happen? I bet I can make this happen. And
you made that happen.
It did happen.
You heard it here first, chat. You've been manipulated.
Well, I mean, that's what wrestling
It's
is
just
manipulating the
such
crowd.
Such a good word to yell as well, though.
Yeah.
It's so good hearing you get, excited about it when it happens. It just sounds good.
Yes, well, I completely stole that from Paul Heyman. And given how much money Paul Heyman stole from people that worked for him, I don't feel bad about it.
I mean, nor should you. Good artists create, better artists steal. Inspiration is great.
So, the, hitting the gore, and then the other great thing is how easily and quickly Crow picked up on it to go with it, and how, Fuzzy got into it when Fuzzy came on and stuff. And it's
a good balance, because you always got a wrestler that's got that move that they're all afraid of him using, and then he builds up the crowd the entire time the match is going on, and when it goes off, everyone jumps. That's a hard thing to pull off naturally. You did it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You've mentioned it. Now I want to bring it up. Last year you brought Fuzzy on to the cast, and I want to comment that was a fantastic addition.
Yeah, dude.
I love
It
Fuzzy.
was.
Fuzzy's great.
Fuzzy's great and I know it's kind of it ties in with his day job, but he does that radio thing and it just goes.
Well,
Yeah.
It helps that Fuzzy is also a fan.
Right.
Now, okay.
Right.
Here, I'm gonna say something. Crow has expressed concern to me before about not being a fan of that sort of stuff, but that's just it. Sometimes we need somebody who can hang a lampshade on how goofy this looks.
I like
from that
wrestling. I just
perspective.
I just haven't watched a whole lot.
Right.
Like I watched it when I was a kid, and I've watched a few matches you guys have linked me to, and I like it all. But I don't seek it out. It's kind of like I don't. It's like right now I'm starting to get into Farscape, and I've just I've known it existed. I just never really got into it. It's awesome. I don't know what else to say. It's just good.
Here's the thing: you're not in the weeds, and that helps.
Well, there's another side to it that says it actually doesn't matter if you're into it, because the personality, the attitude, that kind of thing. That is the thing that sells it. Like, yes, Hal can do the thing where he calls out the moves and all that kind of stuff, but the drama of the moment is its own thing, and you don't have to know the subject to do that. And you
You
do a
guys do like
fantastic job
PowerPoint
of that.
presentations or something? Because you all sound like sometimes you're like the match is constructed in. Let's analyze that. No, I'm just messing with you, man. It's been like a real fucking trip, honestly, because everything that we do on this show is a surprise to me. Because
Okay.
like we never really like we put out like, oh, we're gonna have these people fight, and then we have things happen in the match, and we just come up with a lot of weird matchups that end up making a really entertaining show. And
Right.
this is all based on stuff that I'd already seen before, because I saw somebody else do a very similar thing with Fire Pro Wrestling where they were commentating over it, and they were also a radio show host.
Oh wow.
It was just like a one-off little program they did, and they never picked it back up again. And I watched every one of those, and I was like, this is pretty good. I was like, I think we could do better. And I think we did.
There are
Yes.
two things on WBPLW that will guaranteed make me laugh. One of them is Hal's getting ridiculously flustered about either chat donating too much or something really dumb happening.
Which hasn't happened yet tonight.
And the other is just some random pithy one-liner Crow will come out with out of the blue, and
Right?
it just slaps you across the funny bone, and I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
And Crow is quintessential to this show being successful, I think.
Doctor Who, thank you
Agreed.
for the 5 subs.
Hey,
I
Doctor
did
Who.
made the thing happen.
Y'all had to speak it into existence.
You
The
bet.
Gumbo Gourmand
course.
himself.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
yeah, I said this earlier to Squick. I'm going to say it to you. Get appreciated, nerd.
Exactly.
Shut up.
No.
Okay, so here is Sunshine Temple highlighted this. He said, I was never into wrestling, but you all have sold me on it with the drama and the lore and pulling people into it. So, and then
Same.
Square said WBPLW reminds me of commentating watching the lowest difficulty AI bots in Mario Party 6 play against each other. So
I mean, honestly, that just sounds like fun.
it does. So Sunshine, if you're not into it yet, I'll make recommendations. Or yeah, you just if you're not into it yet, tell me, and I made a list of stuff to recommend to people. I don't know why I keep it next to my desk. No, I don't. I threw that away, but that's okay because I know stuff off the top of my head.
Is it 1998 when The Undertaker threw Mankind off of the top of the cell?
Okay, look.
Cell 15.
The health and safety rant I had about that when I saw it was
Here's-
long and epic.
Here's the thing about that match. That match is an
Which match? Which match?
it is an unmatched spectacle. Undertaker, Mankind, Hell in the Cell.
What year was that?
In 1998 at the King of the Ring. So the that match is is a spectacle that is matched by very little. There's very few things that you can watch there. It's going to have the same sense of spectacle that goes with it. And have there been crazy things that have happened since then? 100%. But it is not. There's just something about it that makes it different. And so here's what I can. Here's the thing about that. I have watched that match only 2 or 3 times, and the last time that I watched it was on when I was in college on a college campus with this massive 150-inch projector screen and a surround sound, and so that was the closest thing to being there live was watching it that way, and I came to the conclusion watching that match, because there's just so much, Jim Ross has just so much raw emotion yelling about it and how it doesn't need to happen and how it's crazy that it's still going. That in watching that match that way with that kind of like the screen and the sound and that sort, I came to the conclusion that I never want to watch it again because of just frankly how closely it probably came to killing Mick Foley. Like the chokeslam on the top of the cage was, in his own words, the best and worst chokeslam I could have taken, because if he had gone high for it like he usually does, he would have landed on his head and been dead. So it looked like crap because he didn't go up for it, but that saved his life. And here I am watching this match, and like, he didn't go home that night after that match because he was so beat up it wasn't safe for him to fly. And he's not answering the phone anywhere because he's so out of it. And his wife is on the phone leaving a message where she's screaming and crying, "You can't do this to us anymore." And I'm just like, I never want to see this again. I don't want to see people, like, aspire to this because, like, is it this huge spectacle? Sure. It's this great, huge spectacle that people remember fondly because it turned out well. If something had gone...
Otherwise, it's Owen Hart.
Yeah. Which... There's a Dark Side of the Ring episode about the Owen Hart thing that you can watch. I can't bring myself to watch it again. It is... Yeah, Owen Hart was killed by negligence. Outright. And so, I can't watch it again. And people are like, "Oh, it's the greatest match ever." I'm just like, ugh. I just can't.
You know too much about the insider baseball to be able to enjoy it.
Well, Mick wrote a book about it, so...
Mick Foley's actually a really good author. If you go and get his first two books, which is Have a Nice Day and Foley is Good, those are really good reads. Now, this will segue into my grumbling about deathmatch wrestling, because there are people who do deathmatch stuff and they do it very well. But the people who do it very well are people who can put on a wrestling match without it being a deathmatch. Jon Moxley can do a really good deathmatch. I've seen him do it. Hangman Page can do a really good deathmatch. Right, Red?
Hell yes.
But they're really
Very
good
much so.
otherwise. And my problem with deathmatch wrestling is not deathmatch wrestling done well. Is there's a problem with it, because these guys are good. I know what they're doing. But there are people...
It seems like they're either good at what they're doing or they're Necro Butcher.
Well, no, Necro Butcher knew how to wrestle an actual match. That's the hell of it. He just did the crazy stuff because it would get him booked. My problem is that there are way too many no-talent dipshits out there that see deathmatch wrestling and think, "Oh, well, I can do that." And they suck at being a wrestler, so they do the deathmatch stuff because that's all they can do, because they don't have the talent or the skill or the ability to do it without it. And I'm like, what the hell is... And so what do? Is they just have a match where they hit each other with stuff. And I'm like, this isn't a wrestling match. This is just a licensed mugging or something.
It can also get really boring really quickly because there's no flow behind it when that's just all there is. The choreography, the pacing, the dance of a good wrestling match is what keeps you wanting to watch it to see what happens next.
Yeah.
If it's just two dudes hitting each other to see which one can take more dumb stuff, it's not nearly as interesting.
No, it's not interesting.
Or clever.
It's not interesting. It's not fun. And okay.
Before you go too far down this route, I want to take us back a couple of steps, because at one point you had said something about calling wrestling what it is instead of trying to make it something else.
Yeah.
Wrestling is fake. Wrestling's not fake. Wrestling is a scripted entertainment. Like, stop trying to make it, oh, it's a fight between two dudes who's no, it's not. That's not what it fucking is.
So
Don't try to
on,
make it that. Make your expectations appropriate. It's fucking storytelling.
Yeah, depending on which promotion you watch. Oh, that duck's on fire. The wood duck's on fire now. I just got an achievement.
Well, he is made of wood.
Bleep bloop. I got an achievable.
So many achievables.
The thing about okay, wrestling by itself is some promotions present it very much in the sport aspect of it. And so you get mad when someone cheats. And then there are some like, frankly, Raw and SmackDown for a long time were not wrestling shows. They were shows about a wrestling show. Thank you, Verith Ragnar. One of those ducks is on fire. That's gotta be Kane Duck. AEW presents it as you've got this blend. The reason I like watching AEW is that it's a really good blend, and if you want to be like top of the ladder in AEW, you got to be good. So I'm getting to watch like really good stuff, and I don't like calling it a soap opera for men because bad wrestling is overwrought and campy in not a good way.
I mean,
To
it
me,
can
that
still
says
be
soap
melodrama.
Well,
It can be, but melodrama is a specific
Yeah.
thing. Like it's not the word that people think that it is. Like it is overwrought. It is elevated, and like yeah, it's gonna be that. It has to be that to
Yeah.
be the kind of entertainment it's supposed to be.
well, and sometimes one of the other things that happens is that in wrestling stuff, if you're not on TV, you can't get you don't get too clever or too cute. And the reason you don't do that is because people won't pick up on it. You have to be able to convey the story that you're telling to a building of people who
That have never
can't
seen
hear
you in
the
their
words. They can't.
I mean, there's also like there's no guarantee that they have seen what's gone on before this
Yeah.
and what will happen after this. The story has to be self-contained for that night.
Right. And so you have this physical storytelling. You don't have anywhere to hide when something goes wrong. Can you cover for it? Sure. But you don't have anywhere to hide if something just falls apart. It just happens. And so it is there. Okay, 7 Blue 7 hits on one of the metaphors I like. It's going to be the closest thing you see to a real life superhero movie. Because what have you got? You've got characters in, eye-catching attire that's supposed to draw your eye and keep you involved, and they're battling along, at least in America, they're battling along the lines typically of good and evil, and they're doing things that you may not have thought were physically possible. So, Arachnash is also correct. Like, your movements have to be big and wide and that sort of stuff so that Grandma and Grandpa Yeehaw in the back row can see what's going on as easily as the folks who are at ringside.
There's also a lot of other disciplines coming in that aren't just what the wrestlers are doing. But I remember one of the early matches that you got me watching when you were getting Aiden and I into it, and I just couldn't stop commenting on some of the choices for, ring attire, because it was designed so the people at the back could follow where people's hands were going and could see what was happening, and was built in as an inherent part of the costume. And of course, the artist in me was just over the moon about that. But you've also got the grand scale storytelling going on of not just the individual matches and beefs that are happening and etc., but for AEW, watching an entire show from beginning to end, the whole show is paced with, okay, here is a high drama match, but we're going to break up before the next really big drama match. We're going to give you a chance to breathe. Let's make this a little bit lighter. And then we're going to come back with some more so that you can actually have space to breathe and care about the weight of each individual story we're telling as a greater whole of this entire event that is this one night.
Yeah.
And that's clever.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me a bit of the old, like the ancient pantomimes, the literal pantos, where they would, they'd have the huge drama, and then they'd be like, okay, and then maybe a little tragedy or something going on, and then sort of that back and forth and little bits, and then, but sometimes there were the continuing stories that would go on because, what are you going to do?
Well, okay, because a cliffhanger always brings people back because the story's not done. Now,
yep, and that applies to just about every medium of narrative that you're going to find is always have the cliffhanger in the right place.
So,
right.
The thing that, the downfall to that is WWE right now is a corporate churn, so stories never actually end. Is it a corporate churn, or is it the fact that Triple H doesn't know how to end a story? I don't know.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah. The thing that happens with AEW is your stories, the arcs end. But in the future, the relationship that those characters have play a role going forward. So, the fact that MJF is such a dirtbag that it has brought Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland shoulder to shoulder as opposed to trying to kill each other.
So well. He's so hateable in exactly the way he's supposed to be. It's amazing.
And so it adds more gravity because you're like, oh, wow, that's a big deal. Like, these guys hated each other's guts, and now they're shoulder to shoulder going after him because, first of all, they had growth as characters and sat down and talked to each other. And so when All In Texas, or Y'all In as I call it, happened, you had this good thing. Then when MJF shows up and gets in the way of everything, everybody's like, oh, we're going to kill him. And it's Swerve and Hangman and Joe and Kenny Omega and Kyle Fletcher's probably waiting in the wings, and I'm leaving somebody else out, but you've got all of this stuff sets up. Why? Because this guy's just such a dirtbag that they want to see him dead.
Yeah, I don't want to cut you short, man, but I need to get off here.
Okay.
I'm losing my brain here.
All right, man. Thank you for being here with us, Crow. We appreciate
Very
you
quickly,
so much.
ladies and gentlemen of the audience, Crow.
Crow.
Have a good night, everybody.
Crow.
I'll talk
Have a
to you
good night.
next time. See ya.
All right.
Yay!
Okay, and so I'm gonna have to wrap
Hey,
this up. 'cause
real
we're gonna
quick,
be at
let's
the end
just.
of our...
I need everybody in the audience, real quick, to just comment on how great Crow is, because sometimes we hear Crow say how great Crow isn't. I mean,
Oh no, Crow's
fucking
awesome,
phenomenal.
dude.
Crow's
Crow is
amazing.
Like,
fantastic.
seriously,
Once
Crow's
again,
fantastic.
The show wouldn't be as good without him. It would still be a good show, but Crow helps make it a great show.
That off mic one fall where he's like, "What's that?" That's like one of my favorite things. Is like
Just
hearing him doing it. It's just like And you were talking about how he does the straight line. That's something that's dear to me because both my brother and my son do that, and and sometimes my husband too, but my brother and son more often, where they just be like, they just slap you with something random, and you're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you just go. So that's amazing.
So yes, get supported, Crow.
If you also manage to take the word hello and make it a catchphrase.
Indeed. You've also ruined, I shouldn't say ruined, but you have infected Squick's vocabulary. Because he says now every time he says hello, he sounds like you.
Oh.
So you have made a huge influence.
Yeah.
There you go.
I worked very hard to make sure that my sign-on greeting was different. Not because I didn't think that was... Not because I thought it was bad, but just to try and make it my own thing. But
Right, exactly.
okay, so...
So why do you think my sign-on every week is, hey, Squick, you got 2 minutes, say random shit?
Right.
because you're outsourcing.
Yeah.
Mine is, hi chat,
No,
how's
I'm
the stuff?
I'm delegating. It's different now.
Oh,
It's
okay.
management.
Oh, okay. It's management instead of corporate. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
So the here's what I was dang it, my thoughts going away. We're coming up on the end of the thing, on the end of the time slot. So I did want to stop here because I rambled on for a lot. If there were questions or anything y'all wanted to throw my way that I could hit up before we signed off for the evening, now is the time.
Wait, who's that?
And throw them my way so that I can so that I can answer on something if you've got them out there, and we'll pick one that I can give a good answer to. Including y'all in here.
Who's been your favorite commissioner?
That'd
Commissioner Gordon.
That'd be me. I am
Hell yeah.
because I'm
Hell yeah.
commissionering right now in a local indie.
Which I think is amazing.
I think
What are
Commissioner
you-
Gordon was the best one.
Okay, Warlex.
What are you most excited
hello.
to do with the show as we head through 2026?
Oh,
Because
gosh.
I know you have some things that you want to try. I know
Oh, I
Crow
didn't
is
realize
able
that
to
this
add
was-
in
So
more assets and the like now. So.
one of the things that we're going to look at, and I don't know how well it's going to work yet, but there is a mod that will let you mess with camera angles. The problem is that there's not a way to mess with camera angles but keep your central point of focus. So, 7 Blue 7, you are entirely too kind. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much.
That's nice.
So to be able to like turn the camera and rotate it and stuff, like if we can get that to work, awesome. I don't know if we can. Another
It'd be
thing
cool if we can.
another thing I'm gonna try to do is set it up so that I'm gonna try and have title defenses a little more often, because as it stands right now, I think the heavyweight title is only on its 4th holder. The tag titles are on the 3rd. It's 3rd holder.
can
The Twitch
double-check
title is
for you
on
if
its
you'd
4th
like.
or 5th. Yeah. Like tag titles are on the 3rd because it was Cargonia, the Deceers, and the Brotherhood. Heavyweight title was Griglak to Zinthar to Goat to Beeple Chan and now to Iden.
And now
So
I
5.
have-
Yeah.
Yep.
Twitch was Parallax.
Crow had it for a minute, didn't he?
Crow
Crow
did.
took it off me.
Parallax, Crow. Crow had it for a long time because nobody could beat him. I don't remember who took it off of him.
Whirling, and then it's currently with Victor.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
took it off him, and then because I had it for like a minute, and then
Oh
Courtney
yeah.
took it.
Beeple took
Yes, you're
it.
completely right.
Then Whirlin beat Beeple, which
Yep.
we
And I was like, my belt for these coming in with a big belt on.
and so there you are. You can count on one hand the number of title holders for the titles we have over the course of since I introduced them.
The tag belt ideally should have belonged to more people by now, but that belt, once it chooses somebody, it's like, no, I'm staying
Yeah.
here for the next number of months, no matter what you do,
Yeah,
what you want to happen, I'm staying here.
yeah, and so
Which
that
and I want that tag belt, damn it.
well, we got to find your partner it jives with, because that's the thing. You never know. You never know how well the tag is going to go together, and the tag belts.
I hate to
once they
interrupt for a
settle on
moment.
something,
I need
they
to
just
step
stay
away,
put.
guys. Have a good night.
Okay.
You have a good
Nightmare.
night.
Take it easy.
You never know where they're going to settle, but when they settle, they settle. There's going to be the main event of the next show back is going to be the the Brotherhood versus Team Superstar in a return match because we went to a draw at Noel Way Out. And we're going to see what happens.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That'll be a really good way to bring it back.
Yeah.
And the new fun thing with Team Blackjack no longer being Team Blackjack.
Yeah, they're not
That's
Team
pretty
Blackjack anymore, so, y'all are going to have to... Yeah, Team Black... Yeah, can't say more. Okay, we'll get there. But the AI does weird stuff. And it's... Like, I made the Aux title to be defended every show because I liked the WCW TV title. And I was like, let's bring that back. And what that does is that spreads focus around to different people. But
Are you
Then
saying
it's-
that I have
and
a
it's the
chance
one
to hold
that's
the
doing-
title for once?
what's up?
And
I said, are you saying that I have a chance to hold the title for once?
Look, man, everybody's got an equal shot.
yeah, because it's the auxiliary title. So if you're in the auxiliary and you have a wrestler, that's it. That's all you need.
Yeah,
It's not like the others where it depends on certain things.
like the Twitch title, that's streamers. Have I ever considered doing an invasion angle for WBPLW? Beard, I don't know how I would do that. And it's one of those that it's like, that's enough
A lot of
that I'm
Cookie's friends.
probably just going to leave it be. So it's... Anyway, the auxiliary title is supposed to move around. It's supposed to highlight different people. And then there's some folks it stays on for a while. And that's going to be names like Stag Beetle and Whirlin got a hold of those
Yeah.
things, and they didn't move. But
Yeah.
what that does is that gives... That, elevates those folks. Because everybody's got an equal shot at everything.
Yeah, I would nominate Stag Beetle for like underrated wrestler of the roster
Yeah.
because his stats are terrifying.
Yeah, Stag Beetle is, that's Gaza's. So, yeah, Stag Beetle is very much a lucha with a mixture of submission and high flying. And it just works. It just works, so. Okay, here's the thing. I have to go back to regular schedule and back to work tomorrow. So what I'm
I
gonna
didn't even know that we were in here for BPL. I just saw everyone that I like, and I figured I'd go ahead and join in and say hi.
yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Yep. So here's what I'm gonna say is everybody, I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Positive share from laughing. I thought I missed wrestling. Good thing I went to live wrestling this weekend. Man, almost hit a ceiling fan. Awesome laughing,
Oh
man.
my god.
Awesome. Love it. I'm glad you went to a live show because there's nothing like a live show. It can either be the most fun you've ever had or some blowhard can ruin it for you. But
Yeah, that's normally the person who's introducing all the people and trying to do the play-by-play, and is at our local establishment.
all right. So, everybody, thank you for being here with us tonight. WBPLW will resume its normal programming next week. We're going into the new year. We're going to do fun stuff. So, everybody, thank you for being here. We appreciate all of you for joining us. And I need for all of y'all to take care of yourselves. I need for you... Look, if there is no other reason, there is no other reason, then what I need for you all to do is take care of yourselves because we need you to come back here and be with us on WBPL 76. Because y'all in chat,
Make all of this worth it.
yes, you all make this, like, we can come on here and stream, but y'all in chat make this. And so we need for y'all to come back. If you're in the US or Canada and you're afraid of where you're at, your headspace, call or text 988, the National Mental Health Crisis Line. My outro is going to have numbers for my guesswork at some other countries, and I don't know if there's still LIHEAP crisis funding available or not, but if you or someone you know needs to heat their home, Talk to your local community action. You might be able to find them through the United Way. Call 211 and ask about lie heat, because hey, we need to take care of each other. And so, everybody, thank you for joining me tonight. Chat, thank you for being here. Y'all take care of yourselves, and we will catch you next time.